Joining us live tonight, first time ever, I believe, here on the Hill, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. It's nice to see you. It's nice to speak with you. Thanks for being with us tonight, Congresswoman.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
Of course. So I laid out some of your posts that you put out there a few days ago in which you revealed why you believe the base is not happy. You have a direct line to the president. Why did you feel that now was the time to do it, and sort of what was the tipping point for you?
Well, actually, the base is thrilled with President Trump. Border security has never been better, and the economy is going in the right direction. Inflation is coming down. Gas is coming down. Eggs is finally back down. Food prices are coming down. Airline tickets are coming down, and jobs are up. However, it's Congress the base is furious with, and Congress didn't seem to get the message from the November 2024 election. And that's what I'm sounding the alarm about. I'm an early indicator, and I am completely aligned with the base. As a member of Congress, campaigned with President Trump more than anyone else, and I know what people stood on their feet for hours and hours for. I know what made them stand up and cheer, and I know what made them cry. And I am coming out here. It's been 100 days, and it's time for us to get the job done and deliver his agenda.
But you also criticized Ukraine, right? And the minerals deal, for example, which the president and his administration just struck. Here was the president over the weekend. I want to get your reaction on the other side, Congresswoman.
We've had some good conversations on Russia and Ukraine over the weekend, over the last few days, actually. But we've had some very good conversations on Russia and Ukraine. There's a lot of hatred there, I will tell you, between the two parties and between even the generals. I mean, there's a tremendous amount of hatred, but we've had some very good discussions over the last year.
The New York Times also reported over the weekend that a Patriot air defense system is moving from Israel to Ukraine. Do you believe the president should continue those conversations with Ukraine?
You know, we campaigned on ending that war. It's a proxy war with Russia, and it should have never happened, and the president has been extremely strong and vocal on that. He wants to see the killing end, and I, as a member of Congress who never voted to send a penny to Ukraine, has only urged our government to play a role of a peace process and making a peace deal. This message has been consistent and clear. However, I'll be completely honest. The American people have seen this before. The oil in Iraq did not make America rich. The rare earth minerals in Afghanistan that were abandoned by the Biden administration did not make America rich. And, you know, we've seen several $100 billion go to Ukraine. And
so what do you think
asked
the president
for an audit
do?
of that, and that was supposed to be done. The American people don't know where our money is. Here's what we should do. We should focus on the enemy of America. You want to know something? I haven't seen Russians killing Americans. I haven't seen Iranians killing Americans on American soil. I haven't seen a Houthi, and I don't know what one looks like. However, I've talked with countless people because I served on the Homeland Security Committee. I am sick and tired of hearing story after story, day after day, of Americans murdered by fentanyl, drugs, crime, and the president completely agrees with this. We don't need a mineral deal in Ukraine. We should do the rare earth minerals that are here in the United States and work with a country that's not going to launder our money and sell our weapons to our enemies.
Let me move you on to the president's agenda, right? The quote-unquote one big beautiful bill that he talked about on the campaign trail, extending the tax cuts, no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime. The House Speaker Mike Johnson said this today. I want to ask you about it on the other side.
We need to send a message of stability to the bond markets and show job creators and entrepreneurs and companies that their tax rates are made permanent, and do all the other things that we're going to do in the reconciliation bill as soon as possible. So having set Memorial Day as that very ambitious timeline was important to keep this momentum going, and that momentum is going strong right now.
Would you ever envision, Congresswoman, voting against this if there are things in there that you don't get or you don't like?
Well, I certainly won't vote to fund a war in Ukraine, and I certainly won't vote for any tax bill that does not include no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on senior citizens, which is Social Security. So I won't vote for a bill that doesn't include President Trump's campaign promises, because that's what we promised to the American people, and that's what the American people voted for. So
All right.
that's the scenario I see myself having to be a no on.
All right, so that's where you are. There's been some conversation, Congresswoman, about yourself and maybe your political future, because there was a big story in your home state of Georgia today. You know it, but for our audience here on NewsNation or those listening to us on SiriusXM, the governor there, Brian Kemp, will not run for the United States Senate, and your name, Congresswoman, has been talked about as a possibility. Are you the one best suited to take on Jon Ossoff, the current senator, the Democrat?
Well, first, we all in Georgia thank Governor Kemp. He's been a great governor, and he's still our governor. And we wish him well in any future endeavor that he and his family decides to pursue. And I'm very grateful for the support I have in Georgia. The polling shows I can win the governor's primary, or I can win the Senate primary.
So what are you going to do?
I can also continue to represent my
Yeah.
district.
So what are you going to do if you?
That's a choice that I can make, and I'll give it some thought.
You'll give it some thought. Do you have a time frame as to when you may or may not make that decision?
I don't have a time frame, no.
Do you have a leaning one way or the next?
You know what? I don't have a time frame, and
Okay.
I don't have an answer for you, no matter how many times you ask me. But I appreciate the question.
Fair enough. Let me leave you with this, and thank you for your time. I know you got to run. We have about another minute with you, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. So 435 members in the House, and you've obviously cut through, right? You are a newsmaker. You are someone that folks talk about. I want to set the policies aside for a second, Congresswoman. On the other side of the aisle, someone else who's cut through is Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, right? You two couldn't be any more polar politically or on politics. But like yourself, she's also cut through. She's getting tens of thousands of people at her rallies. I wonder if you could diagnose for me why you think that is, and if you think she deserves any sort of credit for that happening.
You know, I've asked her to debate me multiple times, and she has yet to accept the challenge. But I still would like to extend that challenge, because I think America deserves to see the extreme differences of the right and the left. I mean, let's be real. This is a woman that hasn't ever done anything that a lot of voters have in their life. She's never had children. She's never run a business. She's never actually worked a real hard-working job into a career, except one in government, and it's a taxpayer paycheck. So I would argue that America deserves to see the differences there. You know, I think AOC is a voice for the radical left, and the people that are showing up for her rallies with Bernie Sanders are the same people that showed up to those Kamala rallies when we were all told that Kamala was going to be our next president. They just have a great email list, and they have a lot of people that are loyal to show up. But that's the minority part of America. That's the radical 25 to 30% of America, and it doesn't define the direction of our country.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, I know you got to run. We'll leave it there. I thank you so much for your time. Hope you come on back. Speak with us again here on The Hill.
Thank you. I'd be happy to come back. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.